we have to make the right format. So how can we make the right format here in PLAXIS? First, here is, for example, I can see from here. Okay, I don't need the title here, swelling, I don't need it. This is first, so I don't need it. Then the title for the axis, for example, this is the displacement, okay, displacement, which is in millimeter. So I have to say this displacement in which unit. And this is also the y axis, or we can also like say it's the distance, okay? So this distance will be in meters. So we have to write each axis name and which unit. It's very important when you make like project. You have to say each axis, which unit you use for this axis, okay? There is also additional issue which you have to mention, which is which section you take, okay? So for example, I take this section, then I can came from here. You can take copy from here, copy to clipboard, then copy, and then put it to X, okay? Also, we have to mention, for example, if you have like many sections, or if you want to make comparison for different sections, you may have to repeat the previous procedure for the different sections, okay? Or if you make like parametric study, the parametric study for different parameters, you have to repeat this and put the whole charts on this for the comparison, because if of when I want to make comparison, I want to see the whole charts. If I have 4 parameters, maybe I have to see here the 4 charts. If I have to make, for example, 5 parameters, it appears here like 5 charts, okay? So this is very important to notice, okay? So when we make this, we have this section, okay? And this chart is from this section. So it's very important to know this chart from which section. This chart is from this section, okay? Then, for example, I want to take another section. I want to take another section, which will be between the 2 tunnels here, okay? Then I take this section between the 2 tunnels. Then here we have a slope. So we have to notice that the rainfall have been affected here. When we look at here, the maximum value is about positive value, which is a swelling. And here the negative value, which is settlement value. The negative value is settlement value, and it will be also in negative, okay? I will appear it. So it's very important to mention that the most influential area is here. Why? Because it's a slope. So this is the inclined part of the slope. The inclined part of the slope will be the most influential area, okay? So if I want to take like this area here, okay, I take it like this, then I take the data as we mentioned previously. Then, as I mentioned before, because this data, it will be like this. So it's like inclined part. It's not exactly x-axis, and it's not exactly y-axis. So when we go here to the data, we have to know this is which part, okay? I will try with you to make this with again, because it's like cracked version, as I told you before. Maybe because it's cracked version, so it will make like this a lot of times. And if you are working on cracked version, it's very important to save this version for many times. It's very important to do this, okay? So I will repeat the procedure, and I will take a section between the tunnels here. The water load I don't need, and I'm speaking about usage, okay? So I take here section between the 2 tunnels, okay? Okay, then we retake a section here, because this is the most influential area Mm. Then I take the data. I want the data to be on this x-axis. So I go to here, eh, uh, to the detailed data, and I say it copy. I go to the Excel sheet. This is new Excel sheet. Why? Because this is like different section. Okay. And then I will say general. These two first I will delete it. Then this is X. Okay. This is in meter. Then I will take the music again. Then I will go to here. Then copy it. I say it in general. Then I have to like the music. This is music in meter. Then I have to make it like in millimeter because as I previously mentioned, it will be like this. Then, okay. Then I have to say that I want to draw the chart by making the data, okay. Here, it will be like this, okay. Then from here, it will also be like this, okay. Then it has been, again, from which section? From this section, okay? So I have to copy it, then like this, okay? What I want to mention is that take this I take this from for music, and you can do this for the saturation. You can do the same for the pore water pressure. You can do the same for the stresses, the effective stress, the total stress. So you can repeat this procedure for the parameters which you want to make it. Okay. Then on this chart, we have to mention, for example, if I'm using 5 parameters, 5 charts have to be appear here. If I'm making 4 charts, it will be for 5 parameters and 4 charts, okay? And it's very important to know that this chart is from this, okay? So today it will be just like this, and see you again in the next session. Thank you.